Hey guys, welcome to Free Knowledge 24. It is the fourth tutorial on Linux. I wanted to show you what I can do in Arch Linux. So this is my desktop. So if I want to play music, I can go here, press C, control the volume of it. So let's stop it. Here we got all the information like swap usage. As you can see, my desktop take a lot of RAM. It uses 1 gig of swap and 1.34 gig of RAM. Swap is a hard disk kind of RAM. CPU usage is always at 45%. Here I got some cool little picture that are PNG. I can scroll with the mouse or type the volume with my keyboard. Here we got the fractal that I can just make play and leave and come back as a lock screen. And finally, if I go here, I can chat with people. So let's say I just type hello. Well, hopefully someone's gonna answer then. Um, let's see now. What Linux user use? I'm French, so I got some problem speaking English. Let me just put this right. Alright. So what Linux user use is this browser made by the compiler is the name of the guy. So without using the mouse, I can just type like Google, go to Google with the keyboard, type in cat, and as you can see, if I want to select the third cat, I press F, and then key the C, and then it open the page. If I want to go back, I press G. If I want to go up, K, just like Vine, left and right. If I press J, it go up, and if I press Shift J, it go down. So it go really fast. Because the mouse is far, so you don't want to use that. See, I can change window just by using the keyboard. I also got this recorder and all those workspace. Like here, it's OpenChat where I can edit video. Um, and a virtual machine for Windows 10 like After Effects and all those software that doesn't work very well on the Wine. Wine is a kind of Windows emulator that you can use to emulate Windows software, but I haven't dig into that much. Alright, so as I told you, we can navigate with the keyboard. You don't use the the arrow because it's far from the middle of where your hand are on the keyboard. So let's just go to here, and this is the line that you can see here is timex. So let's just oops, let's just exit. So this is a terminal that I bring back to the entire screen. I'm gonna get this bigger. So if you use timex, and again I'm never using the mouse, okay? So you can split the screen in any direction that you want and type wherever you want. So to do that, let's just you type Control B with quotation mark or Control B and percent, and Control B X to quit. So this is Timux. If you want to see how to use Timux, like any software, you can use man for manual, or man, I don't know how to spell it. And then when you write manual tmux, it gives you all the commands. So I'll just type 55G to go down faster. Here, so you see all the rename the current session, split the current, kill the current window. So right now we use this split, and that command to kill the command. And you see all the commands. So if you don't remember something, you just check that, or go to DuckDuckGo, the competitor of Google, or Google, and search a cheat sheet. Alright, so now I'm navigating in my terminal, just like people use Nautilus. So if I want to go on desktop and see those two files, what I do is cd home desktop, and there you go. We got the two files. It's exactly the two files. If you check with ls to list them, you can do lsa, and then you will see a dot and two dot. So for instance, if I want to play this one, I would type vlc dot slash, or simply writing the name, but just so that you understand, dot is current slash directory, and I press tab to fill in the rest of the name. So if I want to instead play this one, profile picture .mp4, and that I am under desktop, what I can do is vlc upper directory or parent directory, profile picture, and there you go, it will play it. Now if I am here, and or let's say cd, I'll go to iCandy. If I am here and I want to make a file, I can either use the text editor vim, let's call it delmi, and here we don't have to like write .txt, just any name, it just works. So if I enter something, because otherwise it won't save, and then save, the file delmi is there. So let's remove it with the rm command. Remove delmi, ls, it's removed. So you can also touch delmi, and now it's back again. But you know, if we come here and want to make touch delmi, permission denied. So what you can do to create a file is use sudo delmi. It will ask for a password, and oops, I forgot to write touch, and then it created. So why is that? The thing is, if you go upward and lsa, the home directory is here. But if you lsl and check, the home directory here is owned by the user root under the group root. So only him can write, execute, and read. If I go to the directory home and check for the directory lurk, where I created the file delmi initially, it's owned by the user lurk in the group root. So it's why I have access to there. cd main current directory. So I'll go to iCandy, or I'll create a folder, make dir directory, delete me, cd delmi, and now I have a new folder. If I want to know where I am at, I can write present working directory, and it will tell me I am on the home lurk delmi. But you know, if I type cd current directory home lurk, since I am the user lurk, see this here, the tidas is the same as writing cd. I'm gonna show you ls, those are the file. If I cd tidas slash, it's gonna bring me exactly to the same place because that's my home directory. So this means home directory, this means current directory, this means above directory, and this means root. Root here is all the file system. So you see everything, all those folder are all the folder at the root. There is no directory above that. So if you want to remove everything, just remove rf slash star, but I won't do that because it will break my computer. The name was Delmi. Okay, now I've talked to you about Vime. Vime is a text editor which use K to go up, G to go down, L to go right, H to go left, JJ to go down, G major J to go down, JJ to go up. Anyway, so here I'm gonna open up Vime and show you example.python. This is a Python file. So if I type variable 1 at equals 0, no need to dot comma, and variable 2 equal 4, let's say the first one equal 2, and we want to print variable 3 at equal variable 1 plus variable. Python is really straightforward, so if you want to learn our language, it's high level, which means you don't put those, or you don't have to initialize, like the number here is an integer, so I would have to write this, but in Python you don't have to. So if I type this and then print variable 3, then execute the file with Python, it's gonna give 6. Why? Because here 2 and 4 are added to each other in the variable 3. And what is cool with Vime is that you can syntax on and it will display the syntax. So here there isn't much, but as you can see the print is a slightly different color. The 2 and the 4 are integers, so they are purple. It's the same for PHP, HTML. I'm gonna show you an example of HTML. I'm gonna connect to a remote server, SSH, my username on that server, the IP address, what? Alright, so I don't have the command SSH. I'm gonna show you how to install a program, a software. Sudo pacman is the package manager, so under Ubuntu you will type apt-get install, and then open SSH is the name of the software. Since I'm under Arch Linux, I'm gonna type pacman s to install and then open SSH. Type my password because I type sudo. Wait for it, and I don't have to go to the internet to search for it. I just simply type the command and it install the package automatically from the repositories. So it's very straightforward and fast. So now I can SSH to my server, take the fingerprint, type my password. Oops, wrong password. And there you go. Now I am connected to the remote server. So the server is owned by someone else in another city. This means that it is another computer. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like to have a file like on the server. This is where all my files are stored. If I show you index.html, this is what it looks like. It's pretty, you know. I love Vime and Linux. So let's exit this. Now connection is closed. I am back to, instead of being at the computer talk base with the user lurk, I'm now back to the computer lurk and the nickname lurk. Let's go back to example.python. If you want to type, you can't just type stuff. See, I press those key and it doesn't do anything. So now I have to press E and I am in insert mode. If I am in this mode, to quit it's escape. So I have escape. If I'm not in insert mode, I'm either in this one or in command mode. To go in command mode, you press the 2 dot and type syntax on or set number or set number not to deactivate it, but let's keep it like those. And what is powerful about Vime is that if you want, for instance, to write this string 10 times, what you do with command editor is you copy it. What I did is I select all the string, but to do that it's just shift V, then Y to copy it, and now I can press P to paste it 9 times so that I have the string 10 times. Let's change it. Now I'm replacing I typed to that to enter a command. The command is change all 10 for 10,000. So it changed all. But now if I want to copy paste those string 10 times in the command browser, here to select all the text I press shift V and then shift J to select it all. So the command way in a editor will be like 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and then again. See, it's overly complicated. So what I do in Vime, it's simply, let's say, remove them all, delete this one, cut it, and type 10,000 p, and there you go. It's spaced 10,000 times. That's the power of Vime. Now if you want to put a tab on everything, usually you will, you know, copy it and scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down until you get to 10,000, which is very long. So you can record macro. Macro is by pressing Q and then another key. I'll type Q again. Then recording an action. Stop the record and say I'm gonna do it 10,000 times. And see, it still takes time because the command is taking a lot of processing, but it's powerful. So let's say I want to have a tab on only just the second line and the first line to be touched normally. I will record it like this, and then I can type 5,000, and there you go. Well, I kinda messed it, I think. Just type Control C to stop, U to come back, and do it again. So QQ, E, delete, escape, 2, up, Q, 5,000, And there you go. Now I got it. So this is the power of Vine. Enough for that. What the terminal that I am using is called Cool Retro Term. If you see here in Cool 2, I got all the JSON file. JSON. This one is pretty, you know. My favorite one is this one. Anyway, so you just go to setting and select the, the theme you want. Let's keep it to terminal. And I don't like the jitter, so I'm gonna remove it so that it stay normally. Or maybe just some bit. And bloom I can put more. Or okay. By default it is at 24. FPS is frame per second, but let's keep it at 12 for better performance. Was checking if it was recording. And now, my favorite settings. If you come here, first, when you ls, you have arguments. So if you type ls, it's like this. LSL, it's an argument that will put them like this, and LSA is another argument that will show the file with also the dot. Dot, I told you it meant current directory, but when there's a dot before a folder, or maybe there's a file too like here, well, it means it's hidden. So what this means is that it don't show up normally, like in Nautilus. This is kind of for keeping secret stuff. If you go here, this is my folder, you just see those files. All those files are those one here, but you don't see in there, where is it? I don't mind. You don't see the hidden file. So when you type like this, you can access the hidden file. If you go to .config, which is my favorite folder, you have all the configuration file. Linux is open source, so you don't have like to jailbreak, root, or hack the anything to customize it. You just change the code like you like. So this is my favorite file, vimconfig. Here it's my Windows Manager. My Windows Manager is what like make those terminal appear and let it swap, let it tile or stack or kill them. So if I want to kill a terminal, I come here and it's written bind sim mod shift q equal kill. If I type mod return, it exec could retro term with the profile terminal. So for instance, if I go here, I'm gonna open up another terminal. See, if I type this command here, it's gonna open a terminal with this profile, with the profile terminal. If instead I gave it the argument ERSSI, it will open a terminal with those configuration. So this is by using the key that I've written. All those commands is me that who wrote it. And finally, those are hexadecimal color code. Hexadecimal, I don't know. So if I just show you, make a folder hexadecimal, I'm gonna teach you what hexadecimal is. Usually you have those number, but if you go binary, those are decimal. Decimal mean 10 small, and binary mean by 2. So here, since it's decimal 10, the number 10 is represented by another like layer. It's given at 1 and start back at 0. If we go binary, the number 10 will be the number 2. So the number 2 is represented by 1, 0. And then it just go like so. I forgot this one and this one. But hexadecimal, the number 10 is here 16, because hexa mean hex mean 16. So how do you represent those characters here? This is where you're gonna recognize hexadecimal that you have probably seen before. The programmer or the mathematician that made it used letter, alphabetical letter, to represent them. So the highest digit is F, and the lowest one is sub-0. And if we go here to show you, the first two represent red, the two others represent green, green, and the two others represent blue, blue. So if we go here and see 16, like 0F is 15, 10 is 16, and FF, this one will be, I believe, 256. So this one is the maximal value, it's 255. If we want to execute the program, I'll come back to it in a second, you type Windows D under i3 and just type like GIMP. I didn't install GIMP, okay. FF. So usually it's RGB, like 250 is the maximum value, and like if it's like this, it will be extreme red. Like this, it will be purple without the K. So this is represented by FF0, FF00FF. Let's see. If we want to have it bright red, we type the maximum value and the rest are 0. Let's see, I reload the configuration. Now it's bright red. See, I'm not a liar. Here, I believe it will be green. And here, blue. If you want purple, you will put red and blue, and you got purple. For white, you take out pixels, so the light go together and make white. And if you want black, you type it all 0. And this was all, folk. See you next time.